Good morning, I am back. Here's the plan. It's Saturday, so a slightly shortened work day. What's going to be happening today? I'm not going to say, because every time I say here's the plan, something seems to change. So we're just going to follow it around today. There are one or two things that I think have surprised me already and might not be what you were expecting. What could possibly go wrong? Quick request, guys. Over the last week or two, or three, we've seen our subscriber numbers edging up, but they really are just edging. And viewer numbers per video are kind of down a little bit as well, which of course is entirely down to me. But I wondered if you might try and help me cheat the system a little bit. If you're a regular viewer, would you mind if you have a partner who is not subscribed yet? Ask them to subscribe for me. Don't ask them to watch. I wouldn't want to submit anybody to that doesn't really want to. But just subscribe. See if we can boost those numbers a little bit. Now, we are getting up vaguely towards 1,000 subscribers. If you are concerned that once we hit those numbers, you're going to start seeing advertisements left, right and centre, for now at least, the answer is no, you're not. I do not intend to monetize this channel in that way if and when we get to 1,000 subscribers. To be honest, the amount of money that might generate, given the watch hours that we have, I believe would be tiny. And it would come at the cost of probably pissing some of you off. So, I can't promise that forever, but certainly to begin with, if we get to 1,000, there won't be any adverts. Just try and help me get to 1,000. Then I can start to think about other ways that we might generate some cash to pay for this monstrosity. Thank you. If I ever make predictions again, shoot me. The pool crew's back. This goes on all the time. Let's just tidy up. The palitada crew. Just getting started this morning. Just rechecking string lines again and making sure if there's any forms that are required that those are in place. It's just a buzz at the moment. I'm not sure what changed with the planning, but apparently now we do have more of the white cement, so they're going to get on with the pebble dash. In the, I believe, around the coping, around the outside of the pool, possibly in this very shallow area as well, and who knows where else. This is another thing that goes on all the time. Here our plumber, Mr. Rene, getting ready to start plumbing here in the main kitchen. We'll try and watch a little bit of this during the day. Rico's back to work on getting this double door for the kitchen going outside, getting that all plastered in. At the moment, this is the only white PPR pipe in the entire kitchen. So we'll watch during the course of the day and see what kind of development we get to connections here. Back in the home theatre room, Richard's working on trying to finish off this wall. I think he was away yesterday, so we didn't see any progress here, but I'm not going to make a prediction, except I'm going to predict this will be done today. Quiet Marvin, preparing string lines. Up on top, Jeffrey's turned into a plumber. No, an electrician, I apologise. Working on the orange piping here. And doing the high wire act at the same time. As I said at the close of yesterday's video, this terrifies me. We're still not quite done with red oxide paint, but they have got a lot more done. Jeff, part of a two-man team, doing a bit of knitting or something, I'm not sure. Knitting with string lines. And O'Donnell here, who yesterday requested a shout out, and I filmed it, but I had to dump it, it didn't come out very well. So, this is O'Donnell. Everybody say hello, O'Donnell.
Hello, wait.
He's just fixing a bit of scaffolding here. Up at the top, waiting for a delivery. Buckets almost ready to come. From down there. And up at the top, Mr. Jesse Bamba.
Jesse Bamba.
More wiring.
Installation wiring.
Installation of wiring.
Neutral.
Including neutral. Very pleased to hear it.
Okay.
And here's Manny in his happy place. Here at the carport, they're going to be doing a couple of things today. The first is where this roof extends out beyond the existing wall of the carport. They will build concrete hollow blocks right up to the corner of that roof. Apparently that is a requirement if you're on a subdivision and you are on the external perimeter wall of that subdivision, or at any wall where there's shared property with a neighbour. You have to build up walls right up to the edge of your roof. Now, we're not on a subdivision. We have no subdivision next door. But they're doing it, I think, basically in case a subdivision is built next door later. So that wall will get built up, and also apparently today they're going to be potentially working on plastering the rear wall, the exterior wall of this carport. Well, we're back to 4 guys at the pool. First time we've had that for quite a while. And they're applying what the engineer terms washout, which is, looks to me just like the white cement that they're applying. And I think the intention is to try and get as much of the coping done today as possible. And then we'll watch to see what comes after that. But the second mixture that's going to go on, keep your dizzy pills close, is over here, where it is being mixed with the tiny pebbles. Just to show that lead foreman Manny is not just a diggerator driver. He's helping out, tidy up around the outside of the pool here at the moment. First thing this morning, he was chatting to the guys, the palitada crew, giving them instructions. And I've seen him wandering around talking to various people this morning already. He does get his hands dirty, and he does talk to the team a lot. We are still only an hour into the day, and they've already put the initial coat of just the white cement, and I think white cement, I guess sand and water. But now they're applying the coating with the pebble dash, which you can't see yet. Trust me, it's there. You will later. Yep, an hour in, and already we're starting to see this white PPR pipe, which will bring in the hot water from above. It's been extended across here. Right, now you need your dizzy pills. Here we go. It's going to go all the way round to here at least. And I wonder whether it is actually down here or if it's just going to be extended across all the way here and then somehow down to where the sinks are. We'll see. If you've seen other Philippine build vlogs, or maybe it's everywhere, I don't know, you'll have seen one of these things. This is for the basically kind of hot welding of one piece of PPR pipe to another. And here we go. So just putting that corner piece on. So if we can just watch this for a second. And then on it goes. Simple, apparently extremely effective as a seal. The good news was they're back. The bad news is we still have nowhere near enough of the white cement to do what they need to do. we're still probably 40 bags short of the 50 that we need. Well, we're coming up towards lunchtime, and the pool guys have got the magic sponges out. In football, I mean real football, English, the magic sponge is where some rather feeble footballer is rolling around with a broken leg. Somebody comes out, sponges down his leg, bit of water, oh, broken legs, completely healed, goes off, takes a free kick and scores. Cheating little buggers. Anyway, magic sponge here reveals stone. Doesn't it look lovely? I know, I keep saying it, it looks lovely. It's not particularly easy to make out, but all the scaffolding that was up at the top there to allow them to reach the top of the wall is gone. So now they are completely focused on the lower part of the upstairs wall. A lot going on in the kitchen. Inside the pantry, Ronell's doing something, I have no idea what. Over here, Rico is getting close to having this double door all plastered in. And Mr. Rene, plus helper, working on the hot water plumbing, which is hard to make out, but it now exits the building behind that orange pipe, having been run from where we saw it earlier, over here. So I assume, keep those dizzy pills, here we go again. It runs through there, outside, presumably across the top. There might be an entry point back down here for the refrigerator, because we did ask for that. And then it will probably be another one that continues somewhere down, well, down to here. That's a lot of spinning, still with us. On this side of the carport, Richard has got this wall extended further out and up, beyond the edge of the metal roof frame, I guess to the edge of where the roof itself will end. I think next will be same thing on this side. Bit of maintenance where the concrete's been poured and poured and poured. Fortunately, they don't have to rely on a pickaxe. Elsie's got the advantage of having a drill to get rid of it. Some of that concrete. One thing we shouldn't forget is that even when they have finished all of the plastering, rendering, everywhere else in the house, we haven't even got a wall here yet. They're still using this as an entry point for all of the materials that need to be delivered all around the house. Inside the home theatre, Richard is done, with the exception of where there are these channels where I assume there'll still be more wiring or something will be going in there. At this end we've got Quiet Marvin and Longwell. And a little while ago they proved once again that these guys on a building site can do pretty much anything. They actually removed completely the purlin that was closest to the wall because they couldn't get at the wall to put the plaster on. So they've completely taken it down using grinders, using all sorts of bits and pieces of tools. And I assume once the plaster's done, they'll put it back. But there's quite a few of these guys that on a building site can turn their hand to virtually any skill, as far as I can tell. Here's a question, something that occurs to me. I haven't even discussed it with my beautiful Asal yet. On the bridge itself, what should we do for the surface? I was just wondering whether, as a contrast, we might put the dark cement with Pebble Dash. What do we think? What are your ideas on what we could do with the bridge, just to make it pop a little bit more? The bell's gone. It's just after 4 o'clock. So we'll do a quick whiz around, see what they've been up to. Upstairs, on the outside wall, on the west, the back, they have most of the palitada done. Still a section over here, not quite finished, but most of the way there. The door coming out of the kitchen, fully plastered in, both sides. The door coming out of the laundry, fully plastered in. both sides.
The water pipe, the PPR, isn't any further than where we left it, and it kind of mysteriously stops up there. It does not yet emerge on the outside of the wall. So unless they already plumbed something in inside the wall across the top, and I don't think they did, I'll have to find out on Monday what's going on. The doorway that won't have a door into the pantry. Getting progress with getting that one squared away. I missed this today. Somebody's got this wall roughly plastered on the end of the spa. And as of yet, still no floor. If you remember, that will be the pool crew's job. They're used to doing these kinds of floors where there will be a jacuzzi built in. And the pool. We now have the steps and the coping from the bridge to our right, out of view, to just over there is done. I wonder whether they've got a lot more material left to keep going. We'll find out maybe on Monday. My wife does not like the idea of the darker cement with pebble dash across these bridges. Forget I asked. Any other ideas? Let me know. Well, that's it. The end of what I'm definitely putting down as a Build Delicious day. Anytime there's any kind of progress on the pool, I'm a happy boy. And a lot more progress with the palitada up top. And we've seen more plumbing going in, and there's electrical going in, and even an additional wall inside the spa that I had no idea they were working on. Plus, that work they were doing around the carport and storage room. I didn't film the other side. Oh, forgot that. Never mind. A bonus for next week. So that's it. Now, next week for us, not for them, for us is going to be a slightly shortened week. I'm not going to tell you about it yet though. Stick around and you'll see what I'm talking about towards the end of next week. For now, we're done. See you Monday.